Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we are going to talk something really interesting. It's called the writer's block. You might be currently experiencing writer's block, but since you don't know what is writer's block, you're not able to connect. So let me first talk about what is writer's block, how to deal, and we'll also talk about some practical hacks to deal with writer's block. Now, what is writer's block? Writer's block is a condition that affects every author, be it a new author or an experienced author. It's a condition when you are not able to produce anything creative or write anything new. This is when you pick up the pen, paper, or your tab and just keep thinking and you're not able to produce even the first sentence. This usually happens because when you are starting to write, you are burdened by the thoughts or feedback of your readers. You're constantly thinking, what will they think? Am I making a mistake? Am I good enough? Am I as good as my last chapter? So on and so forth. So there are many reasons why sometimes you are not able to create new work or write a chapter. I know of authors who have spent months or weeks in this writer's block situation where they think that they're gonna pass one more day. Tomorrow they will be able to write something great. Today they'll just think, and this goes on and on. I'm sure now you can relate to it that sometimes you sat down to write something, write a new chapter, complete a chapter, and you were not able to. So that exactly is called the writer's block. Now let's look at 5-6 practical hacks on getting through the writer's block. The first one is from Mel Robbins, and this doesn't apply to writer's block alone. It applies to everything that you do in life, everything that you try to procrastinate. Our mind is designed to just get started on instructions. So Mel Robbins, who is a popular podcaster, suggests that if you tell your mind 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and just start, your mind will start thinking, mind will start creating something and get you started. So this countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 interrupts overthinking and pushes you into action. So that's number one. Number two is about just writing. It's a free flow writing. Keep your mind away. Shut down your mind. Don't let it think of what the reader is going to think. And this reminds me of a famous quote. It says, you can always edit crap, but you can never edit a blank page. So get started. Your first few sentences, first few paras do not have to be creative. Just get started, let your brain do the work, and slowly, as you start writing more sentences, more para, you will see that you are getting more ideas, you are being creative. It may not happen the same day, sometimes it takes probably 2 or 3 days, but unless you start, you're not allowing all the junk from your mind to come down to paper for the creative flow to start. So the second way to break writer's block is just to pick up the pen, start writing. It may be absolutely unrelated to your book. That is fine. This will help you unclutter your mind so that the creative thoughts will start flowing. The next option is to break down the entire activity into smaller steps. Like we saw how to create a book outline. If you are struggling with the climax scene, if you're struggling with the chapter, break it down into smaller parts. Address those parts which does not require creative thinking, and you will see that as you bring all these together, the mind or you will be able to see a way you want to finish the climax, or a creative thought will come to your mind and you will be able to pass on from there on. So the third option is to break it down into smaller pieces, address those that don't require you to be really creative, and move on. Fourth, this I think is really powerful. It is said in the Chinese philosophy that place has a memory. When you're sitting on a dining table, your mind is thinking about food. At the same time, when you go to your study room and sit on the table, your mind is now accustomed or preparing to read something, to study something. So similarly, if you have been sitting at one place and you're not getting creative ideas, try changing your environment. Try going for a walk, or probably sitting in a different corner of a different room, or maybe a cafe, and see if you are able to get more ideas or break that author's block. I try this a lot and it really helps. Last but not the least, every author has to be a reader. You can see all the books that I have here. I have another probably 40 to 45 books lying there. I have a huge collection, and it's just not a collection. I have read almost 90% of them, and I love reading. I already know what I'm going to read the next month or month after, so it's all lined up. So a good author has to be a good reader first. So go out, read some books, maybe something related to your book, your theme, or totally unrelated, and you will see a spark of creativity coming out of there. So do not underestimate the power of reading. So overcoming writer's block is all about reducing the pressure on yourself, making that small move, and reminding yourself that imperfection is a part of the process. Here's wishing you an amazing journey being an author, and I'll see you in the next video where we take one step forward in self-publishing your first book in India.